WAND Decatur, Illinois, Channel 17.
ABC Sports presents College Football Today from Brawley Stadium in Florence, Alabama. It's the Division II National Championship semifinal game. The Panthers of Eastern Illinois against the Lions of North Alabama. This ABC Sports exclusive is brought to you by Natural Light Beer. Taste is why you'll switch to Natural Light. By your Sears Tire and Auto Center, home of straight talk, good values, and satisfaction. And by Hertz, where winners rent. Back in September, more than 100 teams in Division II started hoping for an opportunity to be here today among the Final Four in Division II football. Today, North Alabama, Eastern Illinois are two of those four teams that play for the national championship opportunity next week in Albuquerque, New Mexico, the Zia Bowl. Hello, everyone. I'm Chris Lincoln. Along with me today is the former head football coach of the Air Force Academy, Ben Martin. Ben, two football teams, two very unique styles.
No doubt about it. Real contrast in styles. As the Northern Alabama is a basic team, they read on defense, they run the option on the attack, they run the ball twice every time they throw the football, and they believe in the kicking game. On the other side, Eastern Illinois is a pass-oriented football team. Every 3 times they snap the ball, twice they will put it up in the air. And on defense, they blitz on every play.
Two exciting styles of football. Defensively, two teams that gamble a lot and make things happen.
Yes, they do. There have been a lot of turnovers for both these football teams, but they've made them happen. I believe that Northern has over 40 turnovers to their favor, and the same thing for Eastern Illinois. So this is a game that's not just going to settle in. Things are going to happen right from the opening kickoff.
Eastern Illinois champions of the Mid-Continent Conference and North Alabama champions of the Gulf South. They're here today to decide who'll get a trip to Albuquerque in the national championship. We'll be back to take a look at it next.
I used to run through airports. Now I fly through them. With new Hertz #1 Express service, I fly nonstop from my plane to my car without stopping at the counter. If you ask for #1 Express when you make your reservation, your Ford or other fine car and contract will be waiting at the #1 Express booth. Once again, Hertz puts you in the driver's seat faster than anybody else.
I don't think so now.
Hey, Norm, when it comes to switching to Natural Light, add me to the roster.
Tony Jurgensen, good to see you. Did you switch for the all-natural ingredients?
No, I switched for the taste. Natural Light tastes better to me.
You old quarter horse, you lost a lot of weight.
Yeah, look at me. If I'd have been in this shape 5 years ago, I might have even run with the ball.
The moves he could have made.
Yeah, like the old quarterback sneeze.
Yeah. Hey.
Natural Light. Taste is why you'll switch.
When the playoffs in the NCAA Division II started a week ago, these were the top 8 ranked teams in the nation. Northern Michigan was upset by Santa Clara. That means that today, here we have the #1 and #3 ranked team, or the top 2 teams left in Division II head-to-head. Also today, of course, out on the West Coast, California Poly San Luis Obispo will be taking on Santa Clara. The winner of the 2 games then on to the Zia Bowl in Albuquerque next Saturday for the national championship of Division II. For Eastern Illinois, it's kind of a familiar setting. They have been there before. In fact, they won a national championship just 2 years ago. But this is all brand new to North Alabama, Coach. They have never before been in a situation like this. First time in the playoffs. And these two teams really compare statistically. Really contrasting styles.
Yes, and I think they reflect the philosophies of their coaches. Darryl Mudra, who had the championship team in 1978, has a great many of his players back. It's an experienced Eastern team. North Alabama, a young team, and they play a bit more conservatively, but they believe in themselves. I think the coaches are the key to the way these teams will perform. You'll see a definite reflection of their football philosophy when they get into action.
Two very unique styles we're going to see today, not just on the field, but the coach is a little unique. They believe in different things. In fact, Darryl Mudra doesn't even believe on being on the field.
No, Darryl Mudra is the only coach that I know in college football who coaches every football game from the press box. He's on the phone calling about his tactical moves, and that's the way he started as a head coach when he was at North Dakota State, and so he likes to do it that way. And it's not just to get out of the weather, I'll tell you that, Chris.
Well, Wayne Grubb is kind of an interesting football team. I don't know if you've seen this before, but his team doesn't believe in the huddle.
Yes, they come out as they did many, many years ago. No huddle, and it's not to hurry up the football game. It's because they want to adjust to any changes on defense, and they also want to be able to spring some surprises. They change the snap count a great deal. They change the play at the line of scrimmage. You won't see any huddles from North Alabama.
I guess we should more correctly say Dr. Darrell Mudra. He has a Ph.D., right, Pat?
Yes, indeed. He's an educator, and he is really a fine teacher and a guy who's really dedicated to college football. You know, he leads the nation in Division II for wins, 139 wins in 18 years, and that's a great accomplishment for a great coach.
Didn't know coaches were that smart.
Come on.
A Ph.D. Want to remind you, too, this is Eastern Illinois' last shot at it because this is their last year in Division II. Next year, the football team upgrades to Division I AA, while the rest of the sports at Eastern Illinois will go up to Division I. And it really is a mark of the success they've had in Division II. In fact, no other teams enjoyed the success that Eastern Illinois has had. Coach, I think in the last decade, they won like 5 different team national championships in Division II.
Yes, really an accomplishment. Their basketball team has been a national champion. They have national champion wrestlers. They have a very strong program in Division II, and I think it's a logical thing, Chris, for them to move up into Division I because they will be competitive at that level.
They've got some tradition. That's what North Alabama is after today, and they can take a long way to getting that with a victory. We'll be back with pregame activities after this commercial message and a word from your local station.
Marge? Marge!
In here, dear.
Oh, wait till you hear what I want for Christmas. I saw it at Sears Auto Center today. Their best timing light on sale for $29.99.
Oh, that's nice, dear.
Right, I could tune up the car, maybe save some gas. Marge?
Yes, dear.
Sears has a battery charger on sale, too. $19.99. Oh, I could sure use that this winter. You hear me, Marge?
A timing thing and a battery gadget. I hear you, dear.
Sears, where America shops for value.
Welcome to Sears Home Entertainment Sale. Big savings on selected stereos, TVs, and more. Save $100 on this video recorder with high-speed beta scan. Save $70 on this color TV with reliable electronic tuning, one-button color, and touch and tune. Just $399.95. Save $50 on this AM/FM stereo system. Now only $169.95 with record changer, 2 speakers, both cassette and 8-track. Now at Sears, where America shops for value.
Crime coping with a new explosion. A special assignment next week on ABC's World News Tonight.
Is Sunbeam soft because it's fresh or fresh because it's soft?
Yes, definitely. Sunbeam tastes so soft and fresh and good. 'Cause it's baked right here near our own neighborhood. Is Sunbeam soft because it's fresh?
Take a bite and see.
Is Sunbeam soft because it's fresh or fresh because it's soft?
Yes, definitely.
Sunbeam is definitely baked soft and fresh by Purity Baking Company.
Take a look now at the record for Eastern Illinois. 10-2 on the season. Those 2 losses early in the season, both to Division I football teams, both on the road. Southern Illinois, I believe Eastern trailed like 31-7 at the half. Came back and made it quite a football game. Indiana State scored late to make the 14-0 deficit there. Since then, Eastern Illinois has gone on to a school record 9-game winning streak. As mentioned, they won the national championship in 1978 in Division II, so they've been here before. In fact, they've never lost a playoff game in Division II. Coach, the total offense is really unbelievable passing.
That tells the scene right there. They do believe in throwing the football. Just double up on their rushing yardage. They actually counter the pass with their running game, Chris. They like to throw the football. Their quarterbacks are very solid.
Ben, most coaches do not like a 2-quarterback system, but if it works like this, you've got to love it.
Yes, it's really something else. And Dennis Shaw, the offensive quarterback coach for Eastern, has put this into effect. Chuck Wright, number 14. And look at the statistics. He and Jeff Christensen, number 11, just about right on the money. Of same percentage of completion, same yardage, same type football player. Chuck is about 2'5", Jeff about 190. Chuck is the senior, so he'll start, but Jeff, the sophomore, has really good athletic skills.
This team will throw anytime, any place. We'll take a look now at Eastern Illinois in action. And, Coach?
They're in the light shirts. Number 14, Chuck Wright, the senior. He throws it up real high, this time to number 90, Otis Grant, who is a speed burner among the wideout receivers. He can really run. He's a swift one. But right here to Rob Mahalik. Jefferson leaves Christian over the middle to Rob Mahalik. He's a big one, the best hands of all the receivers. Has good speed for a big kid, about 230 pounds. Makes a long gainer from tight end. And then their number 1 receiver, as Jeff Christensen from the shotgun throws to the corner of the end zone to number 25, Scott McKee, who has 46 catches on the year. And here's Jeff showing his scrambling ability, has quick feet, throws the ball, rifles it to the shot there to number 90, Otis Grant, the speed burner at wide receiver. Look at this kid. Is he flexible? Ooh!
Oh, that hurts. Hey, their defensive football team is something else, too. They have created 54 turnovers a season, a school record 31 pass interceptions.
That's an amazing thing, and that's a tribute to the way they approach defense. They put a lot of pressure on the opponent's passer, and they play the receivers downfield very tightly.
They have 3 outstanding individuals, 3 as good as you'll find anywhere in college football at any level.
Yes, number 83, Pete Caton of a defensive end. They call him the sledgehammer. You can see why. Number 73, Randy Melvin. He and Caton both 250-pounders. And in that defensive backfield, number 10, Kevin Gray, the free safety. He's the guy that makes that blitzing defense work because he covers up for everybody at center field.
Is Caton going to use that sledgehammer in the game?
He is such an aggressive player. I saw him 2 years ago when he was a sophomore. He's very aggressive. You know, he's a weightlifter. He's very strong, very aggressive. He tees off, and he leads the country in sacks, I believe. He's a very aggressive football player.
He puts a notch in that sledgehammer handle each time he gets a sack. He's hoping to get the knife out and do a little whittling today. We'll be back in a moment to take a look at the Lions of North Alabama.
Color can't wait.
For half a century, aluminum has played an important role in the development of the automobile. That's especially true today. Aluminum's now being used in dozens of new ways to reduce weight and increase fuel economies. There's a real demand for the lean and lively cars of the 80s, because the more aluminum we put into them, the more MPGs you get out of them.
We can't wait for tomorrow. Alcoa can't wait.
No experience, no job. I could do that job, but who'd give me the chance?
Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines.
We don't ask for experience, we give it. You won't read it in a book, you live it. Pick a service, pick a challenge, set yourself apart.
Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines. What a great place, it's a great place to start.
STP, a big name in racing for nearly 20 years. STP oil treatment on the track in some of the world's most expensive engines. Around the track, around the world, every day, tens of thousands of people get STP oil treatment. Get it for your car. Satisfaction guaranteed. Around the track, around the world, STP oil treatment is #1.
Well, nobody would have believed this at the start of the season. North Alabama with a 10-1 record. They were picked 5th in their own Gulf South Conference. They lost only to Alabama A&M, 32-28. They won some mighty big games throughout this season. I know one they're especially proud of course, was the big victory over their arch rival, Troy. They're a team that, as you mentioned, lost so many people, 39 lettermen. They also lost 16 starters with the win over Troy State, and against Jacksonville, they came back with an 83-yard touchdown pass in the last 23 seconds to win the game. The victory over Virginia Union was their first playoff game ever in Division II. North Alabama, big story with them is the turnovers and how the offense has capitalized on those, Ben.
Yes, indeed, and this is a possession-type football team, but of course, if you want to possess the football efficiently, you must get it in good field position. And that's exactly what those turnovers have done, Chris. They've given the offense the ball where they can put it into the end zone, mostly by running the football.
North Alabama, an I football team. They put the guy at the top of the I. They like to flip him the football and turn him loose. That is their game, running the football.
Yes, they run out of the I. It's a veer attack, and they flip the ball back to number 44, Lawson Fletcher, 181-pounder. He has power, good speed, about 4.5 in the 40, and you can see that they do turn the corners. That's their base running play when they're not running the option, and Lawson Fletcher, number 44, runs it well. And when they want to change up, they're going to give the ball to Clarence Johnson, this time number 25. He's a little scooter back, 165 pounds, kind of like a water bug runner, but when they turn the corner and they run that corner with a great deal of skill, they make a lot of yards. Fred Riley, number 3, he's not the best in the world, but he can win, and he throws to Jerry Hill, who's their very #1 pass catcher, has very good body control, and when they do have to throw the football, they do have some skilled people to get the job done, Chris.
Defensively, they, like Eastern Illinois, will line up in that 4-3. They play it a little straighter, I think, than Eastern, though.
Yes, they're much more of a reading football team. Up front, they'll read the problem. The linemen will go to the ball with good pursuit and good quickness. They're a very quick defensive unit. In the backfield, mostly a zone pass defense, and that'll be under a great deal of duress today.
You've heard coaches say in every big football game, the kicking game can really make the difference. And that certainly is where North Alabama has an advantage today.
Yes, and they believe in that when they get into range for Nelson McMurray, their kicker. He has 60 yards range, and today with no wind being a factor, he might very well kick them from midfield. And number 12, Guy Cox, their punter, very consistent, right about at that 40-yard per kick average with minimum return. He's very consistent, and he gets the ball away very quickly under pressure.
The two kickers, and they may play a very big role in this football game this afternoon. In fact, you took a look at the punter. He had a 73-yarder last week in the playoff game, so he can really boom the football. We'll be back to talk about both these teams, what both will have to do to win to go on to the national finals right after this.
What I know about my car could fit in the glove compartment. I just want someone to work on it I can trust.
My mechanics and I are professionals. We take pride in our work, and that builds trust.
I've always figured the best mechanics use quality parts.
If a part fails, it's my reputation that's damaged. So I use Napa brand parts. Lots of them are better than original parts.
For quality parts you can trust, look for the Napa sign. When the name is Napa, the standard is quality.
Cellini Cologne, for the man who loves life. Cellini Cologne for men, created in Italy by Fabergé.
Eastern Illinois ranked #1 in the nation. North Alabama ranked #3. There's no doubt about the fact, Coach, that the Panthers of Illinois are favored in this football game. Many feel a heavy favorite. I know we talked to Coach Wayne Grubb the other day at North Alabama. He said there are 3 things they've got to do to win this football game.
Yes, he has a very inexperienced football team, but he has to possess the football to keep Eastern's offense off the field because they're very explosive. And he has to get the turnovers, which they have been getting at the rate of about 4 or 5 a game. If they get 4 or 5 in this situation, they'll put their offense in good position to maintain possession and to be effective and to score. And they have to be superior in the kicking area. And I think they have the weapons to do that. All they need now is the turnovers, but they do believe in themselves. And I think North Alabama is ready mentally. They have that positive attitude going for them. But on the other side, Eastern is very strong and experienced.
And Eastern feels that they are the team to beat in this one. They are, as Ben mentioned, a very confident football team today. We'll find out soon. Eastern Illinois against North Alabama. We're looking for quite a showdown here in the Division II semifinal. We'll be back.
There are some who never taste glory. There are others who have their chance taken from them.
He's a cripple. He's just not very good.
And there are those who have the courage to come fighting back.
I love you.
Robert Urich stars in Rocky Blyer's Battle Against All Odds, Sunday.
For centuries, women have impatiently waited for the men they loved to return from the sea. At Christmas time, there's no better way to express that love than a gift of Old Spice. Old Spice, fresh, clean, masculine, sensual. A wonderful gift for a man, a wonderful way to please a woman. This Christmas, give Old Spice to someone you love.
Hey, good looking, we're on your side of life. At the Hub.
Santa, who's on your Christmas list?
This year, all my men will be Hub men thanks to the Hub special savings of 20 to 50% off selected fall merchandise. Johnny was better, so he gets a sweater. For Dad, a sports coat to make him glad, and slacks for my brother Bill will give him a thrill.
Shop the Hub, 3 locations in Springfield.
We're on your side of fashion.
Casey Summers presents a new addition to their automotive family.
We are now Casey Summers Buick, Toyota, and GMC truck.
And we now offer you Buick, outstanding quality for over 75 years.
Toyota, the #1 selling import in the United States.
And our newest addition, GMC trucks and vans. Proven dependability for all your trucking needs.
That's Casey Summers, Buick, Toyota, and GMC truck in Mattoon, Illinois.
WAND Decatur, Illinois, Channel 17.
Stadium in Florence, Alabama. NCAA college football. The Eastern Illinois Panthers take on the Lions of North Alabama in an NCAA Division II semifinal championship game. This ABC Sports exclusive brought to you by Chevrolet and your Chevy dealer with Chevette, Monza, Citation, and the new Monte Carlo. Chevy's up ahead for 1981. By Goodyear, makers of Arriva. Even its footprint tells you it's different. By Lowenbrau, when you want the taste of a truly great beer, there's really only one. Tonight, let it be Lowenbrau. And by JCPenney, more than 1,600 stores throughout the nation. JCPenney Auto Centers and JCPenney Shop at Home catalog. It is an absolutely beautiful day in the Shoals area of Alabama. Temperature in the 60s. They say it could get near 70 at game time. Wind not a factor out of the southeast at about 5 miles per hour. Beautiful facility here in Florence, Alabama, the home of the North Alabama Lions. And here come the visitors, the #1 ranked team in Division II, the Panthers of Eastern Illinois. A team that has never lost in a Division II playoff game. A team that is hoping to become the first in history to win 2 Division II football championships. There they are, the Panthers. Coach Darrell Mudra is already in the press box just a level below us. And now you hear the home fans. They're building up. Here they come out of the den. These are the Lions of North Alabama. They have never been around anything quite like this. Never before has this team won a conference championship. They did that this year. Never before they've been in the Division II playoffs. They opened with a victory last week. And now they're going after #1, Eastern Illinois. The Lions, 10 wins, 1 loss on the season. They've won their last 6 games in a row. Wayne Grubb will help bring them out here as the Lions get themselves ready, and here they come. The Lions of North Alabama. Eastern Illinois against North Alabama. Ben, it is not often a team gets an opportunity to play for a chance to go after a national championship.
No, the spirit's very high. I think that mentally there's a big factor psychologically, whereas Eastern Illinois has been there before and they have an experienced team. Perhaps they'll play much more their own game, but I think that North Alabama has got to watch their emotional peak. They may peak a little early. They've got to do their thing, play their game, despite the fact that the stakes are very high.
It's on the line now. The winner of this game goes on to the national championship. The loser, the season is over. We'll be back and kick it off right after this.
Hey, Ray, try Mattel Electronics' new Basketball 2, the all-pro version of the #1 selling electronic basketball game.
What's the difference, man?
Now you can pass between players.
Hey, that's new.
So's the three-point outside shot.
Ooh, I'm hot.
Our computer even calls fouls and penalties.
3 seconds is the key. Who's in there?
All-pro Basketball 2.
Who is in there?
Basketball 2, one of 9 sports games from the #1 name, Mattel Electronics.
Hey, you're driving half a car.
To prove Haviland Supreme gives cars engine protection up front.
I know, but...
Well, you should know. It delivered proven protection in punishing state trooper testing.
Yeah, but...
Where's the rest of my car?
Yeah.
Here it comes. To prove Texaco's Haviland Supreme delivered improved mileage, too. Upfront protection backed by improved mileage. That's Haviland Supreme.
Do me a favor.
I know. Prove how good Haviland is in the next county, huh?
You know, this hat is the sign of one of America's largest, most important insurance companies, Fireman's Fund. But right now, we're going to beat the drums for a sign that's even more important to you. It belongs to the independent agents who sell our insurance, who choose from several companies to find the best policy and price. So look for the sign of the independent agents. They work for you to beat the band. In the yellow pages, Fireman's Fund Insurance Companies.
Back in Florence, Alabama, the home of North Alabama University. North Alabama won the toss. They want the football. And Ben Martin, that's a good idea. You want to keep the football away from an offense like Eastern Illinois.
Exactly right. That's the first break, and that's an indication they believe in themselves. They have been lucky. They have been fortunate. They believe, and they got the football.
Right along, number 24 kicks off for North Alabama, and this Division II championship semifinal game is underway. Emmanuel Young at the 15. Young 20, has a hole at the 25. Young 30, stumbles off to the 35 to the 36-yard line. 25 yards on the return by Emmanuel Young. The officials are from the Ohio Valley Conference. The referee is Mr. Bill Pack. We will have a microphone on him. You'll hear from him today. John Durkin, the umpire. Beryl Krause, the head linesman. George Healy, line judge. Ray Street, the field judge. Leo Martindale, the back judge. You see Riley, Gill, Fletcher, Brown, and Hill. Those are the skilled players for North Alabama. Patterson, Jones, Smith, Moore, Thorne, Gilly, the tight end. That's how they line up on offense for North Alabama. Riley, the quarterback. First handoff quickly inside Milton Taylor. A late change at fullback, the sophomore. Randy Melvin, number 73, the big defensive tackle, made the tackle, and he'll be doing a lot of that today.
Sure will. He anchors that left side of the line, Chris. He's tough over there, and of course Pete Caton on the other side, so there's no place really that's a soft touch for Fred Riley to pick on.
Mahowski, you see Melvin, Krutzinger, Caton. Great players up front for Eastern Illinois. We'll take a look at their linebackers the second in a moment. It's a quarterback. Riley keeps it, has a running room. He may go at the 40, 35, 30, at the 20, at the 10, at the 5. Touchdown, North Alabama. 63-yard touchdown, the second play of the game. And the Lions have struck quickly. Coach, what happened?
They didn't defend the option. The number 1 play, watch, Fred Riley, number 3, comes down on a basic fear option. Whoever had the quarterback did not get out there. The cameraman was faked a little bit too, but there goes Fred Riley, and he's not that swift. But my goodness, has he gone on adrenaline. 63 yards for a real stunning opening play. North Alabama ahead at this point.
We have to say quickly, for Eastern Illinois, this is no big thing for them. They always seem to start a little slow out of the blocks. And they have fallen behind, well, of course, at Northern Michigan. They were down 21-0 before coming back to win that one. But it is a stunner. Nelson McMurrin to attempt the extra point, 30 of 33 on the season. Chris Holt holds, the kick is up. And the underdog, the Lions of North Alabama, score on a 63-yard run by quarterback Fred Riley. And they lead it 7-0. And we had just over 40 seconds gone in the game. Back to the kickoff in a moment.
Here's to good friends. Tonight is kind of special. The beer.
Building inspector.
Hey, what are you guys doing here?
I didn't believe you two could build your own house.
Yeah, well, don't look. It's not finished.
Well, I guess we'll just take our loan brown and go home. Well, maybe one quick look around.
When you want the taste of a truly great American beer, tonight, let it be Low and Brow.
What are you going to do when you finish this place? Just what I'm doing right now.
They wanted you to build bridges over rivers, but you had other plans.
And Monte Carlo.
Your car is the strikingly new 1981 Monte Carlo, with the economy of a responsive V6 and fresh, clean, sharply sculpted lines. And you'll choose it because you're proud of who you are.
You and Monte Carlo.
1981 Monte Carlo, a matter of personal pride from Chevrolet.
Welcome back to North Alabama. As Guy Cox tees it up, here is the scoring drive. Ben, 2 plays, 64 yards.
Amazing. Well, I was very surprised to see Eastern Illinois in what they call a lock-on defense, the 4 across with no free safety. And, of course, number 10, Kevin Gray, normally frees up, but he wasn't in a position to do it. Number 12, Don Pittman, was supposed to jump on the quarterback. He went for the fake, and there they go, 63 for a touch.
That is Riley's longest run of the season. Kicking off again is Guy Cox. You got a quick shot a moment ago of number 8. That is Kevin Staple, the outstanding freshman running back. Pretty good kick returner, too. 22-yard average. He's run 1 back for a touchdown this season. End over end. Staple at the 12. 20. 25. Trying to get outside and on his ankle. Making a quick hit there, number 22, senior Carl Ward out of Huntsville, Alabama. So for the first time, the Panthers take the field now. Eastern Illinois down 7-0. Chuck Wright will be the quarterback. Staples, Slaughter, McGee, who has 17 touchdown receptions, and Grant, the split end. Up front, Dobridge, Parker, Becker, Brown, Davenport, and the big tight end, Mahalik. Here we go. Eastern, the number 1 ranked team in the nation, stunned a bit, down 7-0. Starts at their own 26, 1st and 10. Right goes to Staple. Staple eludes 1 tackle. Flag goes. Might have got a face mask. The ball goes as well. They're going to whistle Staple down about the 29-yard line, but you saw the flag go quickly. It looked like a face mask penalty.
Yeah, where it happened, I would say so. It wasn't a real dangerous move, but definitely a violation. So that's a big opener for them. They don't run the ball very often, as we talked about, Chris, but that is their base play. That's tossed back to their tailback, Kevin Staple.
Here's Bill Pack. Face mask penalty. First and 10. After the penalty, up to the 43-yard line. Eastern Illinois. To the top of the screen goes McGee. Everybody else is in tight. Now they flex the other receiver down. Mahalik, the tight end, flexes out to the right side, bottom of the screen. Slaughter, Staple in the backfield. The pitch goes to Staple. Staple to the 45. Is going to be wrapped up by Frank Condon, number 59, the linebacker, along with Ronnie Louie, number 80, the defensive end. Louie, hometown boy out of Florence, and Condon out of Mobile, Alabama. As you look at Kevin Staple, a freshman, defensively, McCants, Carter, Smith, and Louie up front in the 4-3 of North Alabama. Harris, Lowe, Condon, they rely obviously a lot on their linebackers. And it's Brooks, McGee, Young, and Horn, a very young secondary coach and a big question mark.
Yes, they are, and I'm surprised that Eastern Illinois has not tested that secondary so far. They're trying to build up that rushing statistic, I guess.
But it's 2nd down 7. Let's see if they go to the air now. Nope, stay on the ground. Staple has some running room and goes up to the 49-yard line. He'll be short of the 1st down. It'll be 3rd down. Condon 59. The linebacker along with defensive tackle Steve Carter, probably their best defensive lineman. 85 made the hit on Staple. It'll be 3rd down and about 4 yards to go.
They're making me impatient. I want them to throw the football. That's not the real Lion.
No, they got one down in the cage here. That's the real thing. We'll show you. Chuck Wright, the quarterback. Flanker left, split right. Wright wants to throw quickly, hits the man, 1st down. It's Rob Mahalik, the tight end, who flexed out a bit to the right side. Makes the quick turn in for the grab, and it'll be a 1st down for the Panthers.
That's one thing that they do with, there's the real Lion, by the way. He is real. We were down there. They got a guy on full scholarship that just makes him mad, so he'll growl. But Rob Mahalik has got the best hands of all the receivers for Eastern Illinois. And when they want to make certain they get off on the right track, that's what Chuck Wright did. He hit his very most sure-handed guy, number 81, 215-pounder, Rob Mahalik.
Right, as you see, he's thrown for almost 1,500 yards this season. 1st down to 43 now. And again, Staple on the reverse. He's got running room, 35, 30, down to the 26-yard line, maybe inside the 25. They mark him out at the 24. 19-yard run by Staple. Number 1, Emmanuel Young, the free safety, might have saved a touchdown as Staple. You see his rushing stats.
He's the number 1 man, number 8, and he's the only freshman that has a real key picture. And this is a handoff sweep going to the weak side. They have him outnumbered. They really pull out there. Number 79, Steve Parker, leads their way around the corner for little kid Kevin Staple.
Staple is out. Tyrone Davis is in. Wide split backs. They go inside. It's to Rod Slaughter, the fullback, who goes near the 20-yard line. I guess, Coach, the old strategy is you make him stop at first, although otherwise I'm sure he should be happy to keep it on the ground.
Yeah, normally, though, they're going to throw those little spot passes. They are having success moving the football on the ground, and Chuck Wright has had a problem. As you know, we talked to the coaches about this. He's had a problem in the first period of throwing the intercept, and maybe that's why they're staying away from throwing the football so much.
Kevin Staple, number 8, is back in there. Also in is Otis Grant, number 90. It's split in. He's down at the bottom of the screen. As a draw play, big opening for Slaughter. Slaughter goes inside the 10-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal for Eastern Illinois. Tackle by Condon, 59, 14-yard gain. Steve Parker, 79, the left guard, with a big block on the play to spring Rod Slaughter. We'll look at it again.
And this is the number 1 play for Rod Slaughter, number 45, 210-pounder. It's a draw play, about medium speed, no lead on it, and he's made a lot of yards over the years with that draw play.
Great block by Parker in their second-team all-conference choice, 6'4", 255 guard. Here we go, 1st and goal. Handoff goes to Staple outside, sweep in the end. He's going to go in. No problem. Look at this. Kevin Staple has scored. So Eastern Illinois comes back from that shocking two-play drive. Blair Brown, 62, the right guard, out there leading the way on the block. And that quickly, the Panthers have come back.
This is the base play again. They have the sweep to the weak side with Kevin Staple, a 170-pound freshman, running the corner. He gets a good block there from Blair Brown, a 245-pounder, and just cruises into the end zone. That was an amazing drive. They only threw the football one time. That's really amazing from our standpoint, Chris.
Kind of messes up the pregame, doesn't it, Coach?
Yeah, it sure does. I think they were telling us something that's not so, but the stats prove otherwise.
Here's the extra point up by Ray DeLong. It's good, and we're right back where we started. We're tied. It's 7-7. 11 minutes, 10 seconds up to play in the first quarter. Back with the Panthers kickoff in just a moment.
Goodyear adds something extra to radials. All-season performance. So radials like Arriva are built for sun, for rain, for snow. Arriva is a high-mileage, fuel-efficient, steel-belted radial. Even its footprint tells you it's different. So why buy a conventional radial when you can step up to Goodyear's newest all-season radial? Goodyear, quality and innovation.
For whatever you need, take the first step. The Bell System Yellow Pages.
For the food after my baby walked down the aisle.
For the photographer who told us all to smile.
We took the very first step. For this chauffeur limousine.
And a honeymoon that's simply a dream. We took the very first step.
The first step puts you steps ahead, saves time, money, energy. So let your fingers do the walking.
It's the very first step. The first step.
Because they're fun, high school activities attract millions of participants each year. School activities help boys and girls develop physically and emotionally, too. The National Federation of State High School Associations urges you to support this valuable part of education.
And you can take a look at Darryl Mudra, the coach from Eastern Illinois. He and Dennis Shaw, as offensive coordinator, they're up in the press box, and they just masterminded that drive. 8 plays, 74 yards, only one of them a pass.
7-yard touchdown run by Staple. We're even at 7 as the kick goes to Emmanuel Young. Young at the 20. Young, 25. Young, 30. 35. Young out to the 38-yard line. So North Alabama's got some good field position again. I think, Ben, another thing that I know that Eastern Illinois didn't want to have happen, North Alabama's got to have a little confidence now, too.
Yes, no doubt about it, and that's what they've won this season. They've used that as a departure point. Be confident. The young guys believe. They have a positive attitude led by that guy, number 3, Fred Riley.
He doesn't throw the ball well, doesn't really run that great. He just wins. Riley, inside it goes. Boy, James Gill goes nowhere. He was met by Randy Melvin, honorable mention All-American, first team All-Conference, 5'11", 250, a senior. And there, number 34, James Gill, trying to check, see his equipment's okay. Whew. Boy,
there's no place to run, really, unless they fool them a little bit with that option play. They'll come back to that in a hurry because that's their base attack. It's a tightly structured approach to offensive football.
We'll try to explain how they do this without a huddle on this next play. Really interesting.
8:37's the play. Stand by. There it comes.
Sweep outside, and it is Lawson Fletcher, number 44, Ira Jefferson. Good hit from the linebacker spot. Short yardage. And let's talk about the setup here now as they bring the play in or signal it in.
Well, normally they signal, Darryl Mudra calls down to the sidelines. They signal it in, and then they just line up in a formation with their wide receivers to the wide side of the field, and then he just calls the play, either by calling a city, a state, a number, a color, and he has a lot of flexibility. He ran out of colors that time.
Wayne Grubb, of course, signals it in from the sidelines with his offensive coordinator. Then they try to get it in, but Fred Riley didn't like the looks of something out there. Might have been the wrong town.
Yeah, well, he has the ability and the permission to change off at the line of scrimmage, but that time he saw a defense they hadn't worked against, and I looked out there, and it really was a funny-looking defense. They'd overshifted, and they had 8 guys on the line of scrimmage.
Eastern would like to do that every so often to force the action a little bit. North Alabama, of course, decided to call a timeout and talk about it. NCAA college football, remind you, continues today. Second half of our doubleheader, and it'll be a great one of the great rivalries in college football. Number 2 ranked Notre Dame against the Trojans of USC. That's coming up next over most of these ABC stations. The Fighting Irish and the Trojans of USC. Notre Dame, of course, hoping to stay within striking distance of Georgia in our ABC Sugar Bowl matchup coming up on New Year's Day. Riley back in the huddle there. He's got his word from the coach. It'll be a third down. They're going to need a big one here. It is third down and about 7.
And that's probably one of the reasons why North Alabama has turned the ball over so infrequently. They're very conservative. They're not in a hurry. And Fred Riley does a great job of leading that offensive unit.
He's had only 2 passes intercepted in 92 attempts this season. A remarkable statistic. Riley makes the draw, back to throw, and oh, this one could have been number 3 and a touchdown. In and out of the hands of Ira Jefferson, number 46, the linebacker out of Momence, Illinois. Wow.
And the thing about Ira, too, you saw his quickness there. What is he, about 5'10", 230, quick? He can play the linebacker spot. Here's the Riley going back in the pocket. Sets. He's going to dump it off to his flare man. But look at Ira step underneath. He is very quick, and yet he can play nose guard, linebacker, or do that.
He can bench press, 400 pounds, short hop. The punter, Guy Cox, though, gets a beauty. High spiral, takes a North Alabama bounce inside the 15, rolls down near the 10, and whistled dead there. What a punt by Guy Cox. So Eastern Illinois will have their second possession of the game. We're all tied 7-7 here in the first quarter.
Feeling 7 up, I'm feeling 7 up. Sharing styles, sharing smiles, feeling 7 up, 7 up. It's a crisp, refreshing feeling, crystal clear and light, clear and memories turning 7 up, and it sure feels right.
Now you see the ball, now you don't. Look at my hand now. What?
Feeling 7, 7, 7 up. Feeling 7 up, feeling 7 up.
You've got it, Art. I'm Pete Conrad in the cockpit of a McDonnell Douglas DC-10. I've talked to DC-10 pilots, and one thing comes through loud and clear: their confidence in this airplane. And no wonder. The DC-10 proves itself in the air, serving 90 countries, flying 1 million miles a day. The DC-10, one of the most thoroughly tested airliners ever built. I've got it, Art.
Next Saturday on ABC's Wide World of Sports, championship boxing. Salvador Sanchez and Juan Laporte fight for the WBC World Featherweight title. Next Saturday on ABC.
9 minutes, 39 seconds remain in the first quarter. We're tied 7-7 in this Division II National Championship semifinal game. Chris Lincoln along with Ben Martin from Florence, Alabama. A beautiful day for football. Here's number 1, Eastern Illinois, in the white and silver. Handoff goes outside. Staple trying to turn the corner. Gets by one and chases by another before being run out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Kevin Staple on the ball carry. Bobo Lowe, the middle linebacker, 54. Rod Brooks, number 11, on the tackle. And Kevin's going to get a rest.
Kevin's the only freshman in that offensive unit, and you see why he's in there. He has great speed. He made 2 in-and-out moves, which normally you don't get away with at this level of competition, but he has the quickness to do it as he turned the corner.
It is second down, about 6 for Eastern. They need to get to the 21 for the first down. Pitch goes to the tailback, and he's hit right at the 15. Tyrone Davis, another freshman out of East St. Louis, Illinois, stacked up there by linebacker Ron Harris. Harris, number 55, second tackler on this club, and Ben, this is the passing team we talked about, isn't it?
Well, they'll do it. I'll tell you what, normally people say, well, that's all right. They're backed up. They don't want to make a mistake, but they'll throw the football from their own end zone, so that's not the factor. I think they're just trying to get Chuck Wright off to a real positive start.
It is third down. Remember, they need the 21 for the first down, so they're looking at about 5 to 6 yards. Up the middle they go, and he's going to be short of the first down. Rod Slaughter, the big 210-pound fullback, number 45. Freshman Scotty Scott, 83, middle linebacker. Also, Lindsey McCann, 29, were in there for the purple shirts. Looks like they're going to be short of the first down. They're going to punt it.
They're going to punt it.
wonder, is there much delay with Coach Munder up here in the press box? Do you lose a little bit not being on the sidelines on quick situations like that?
Well, yes and no. He's ready to make the decision. He's got it all thought out. And, of course, telephones are the speed of light.
Don Mansky's going to punt. There you see deep is Emmanuel Young, number 1. He's been very impressive. Turning, they went for the block. Didn't get it. Young's back there on his own right now. Boy makes a good move outside. 50, 45, spun out of bounds, loses the football. Out of bounds at the 45, and they'll have great field position. A 34-yard punt that time by Mansky. 9 yards on the return.
Eddie Young really is quick. He's dangerous. And there's the no huddle look. See, they don't even go into that huddle. They just line up in a base offensive formation. If he wants to change the formation, he can do that too at the line of scrimmage.
Riley, the quarterback. There you see him. Pointed Sheamus. Listen to him make the call. Up the middle it goes. Number 34, James Gill, the junior. Short yardage on the play. Alonzo Lee, 51, the middle linebacker, made the hit. Don Smith, his counterpart, number 51 for North Alabama, the center. The good block on the play. Gain of about 4. It'll be 2nd down and 6 for North Alabama.
North Alabama has good field position. They're in what you call plus territory. The kicking game, there again, it pays off.
Inside it goes, finding a hole, breaking through to the 30, first down. Number 44, Lawson Fletcher. He was a step away from the end zone.
Yes, he was. Surprised again, Chris. They were in that lock-on defense with 4 across, no free safety. They did not have Kevin Gray back, and Lawson Fletcher, number 44. If he squirts one more step, he's gone. I'm surprised they're not freeing up the safety man.
Fletcher had 4 touchdowns, 167 yards in one game this year against Tuskegee. Outstanding back. He's a junior. Keith Wanowski, 86, made the saving tackle there. Oh, boy, there's no running room there for James Gill. Gill, the fullback, tried to go off the right side guard, and it was plugged up in a hurry.
Yeah, Charlie Krutzinger came in, made the hit, but he had to leave the game. He knocked his shoulder down a little bit. Looks like he's got a pinched nerve, but he'll be back. He really made the hit, and he had to release him because he pinched that nerve.
Ira Jefferson, 46, also in there. It is 2nd down, still 10. Football at the 30. Looking to pass, and it is just thrown the wrong side for Jerry Hill. They had him out there, but Hill turned one way, then turned back the other, and you could see Fred Riley kind of pointing out, thought he was heading inside.
Yeah, there was a little mistake on the pattern. I think really that Jerry Hill did the right thing because he had outside coverage on him. He's just going to run a fly pattern instead of running to the flag. And he had to step there. That could have been 6.
3rd down, still 10. Keep in mind the Lions need to get just about the 20 for a first down. 2 men split to the top of the screen. The I-backs, Taylor and Fletcher. Fake to the fullback, Taylor, looking to throw, and it is way overthrown. Intended again for Jerry Hill, and a bad pass there by Fred Riley, Ben.
Yes, the pattern was well run by number 82, Jerry Hill. He went down and curled for the first down, a very solid pattern. He set up, he would have made the first down by 2 yards, but the ball sailed on Fred Riley.
They're going to try the field goal.
There's the range.
Nelson McMurrin is in. John Smith will be snapping. Chris Holt will hold. They spot the tee at the 37. A 47-yard field goal. Slight angle left to right. They're on the left hash mark. McMurrin, they say, has this kind of range. It's on the tee. McMurrin's kick is up, and it is good. Oh, it hit the crossbar and bounced over. This is the way this team has been all season long. North Alabama goes back out in front, 10-7 with 5 minutes, 52 seconds left in the first quarter. Wow. And I'll tell you, you've got to have some bounces like that, and as you mentioned at the start of the show, you've got to believe. Let's take a look at it.
They've had the luck, and he's made one from 49. This is 47. It's right through the uprights. And he have had one more weedy this morning. It had been cleared through, but bang, right on the horizontal jobby and bounces through for 3 points. They don't say how, they say how many. There it goes, and they're ahead. That's what has been the story of the Lions all year long.
Well, I tell you, if there was any lack of respect coming in, I don't think there is now. I think Eastern Illinois knows this is a good football team.
They sure do, and they better match the emotional intensity that the Lions have displayed here in the early going, Chris.
Guy Cox is going to be punting, or rather kicking off. He's their punter. He also does the kickoff work for him. And back deep is number 8, Staple. Kevin Staple standing at the 3-yard line. He's had himself a pretty busy first quarter already. 5:52 remain in the first quarter. Already 17 points up on the board. 10 belong to the guys in the purple shirts here. Cox to kick off. High end over end, taken at the 11-yard line. The 15, the 20. This is Davis. Davis at the 25 to the 27 for Tyrone Davis, another one of the freshmen out of East St. Louis, Illinois. Number 45, Marvin Jackson, junior from Columbus, Mississippi, made the hit. The Tyrone goes off. And back comes Chuck Wright in the offense of the Panthers, the #1 football team in Division II. As you mentioned, this team, one of their specialties is coming from behind. You got to kind of rile them up a little bit before they turn it loose. Let's see now if they've decided to show off that passing game that they're so well known for. Here we go. Right to throw. Hits a man at the 30. It's Laurent Baker. Baker out of San Diego, California, made the reception. Short gain of about 3 yards. Frank Condon made the hit. As you see Baker's statistics, he goes over near the 100-yard mark now in receptions on the season.
The 5-man pattern that time, Chris. He had 5 guys. About 3 of them were open, but he threw the conservative one and only made a few yards.
Grant's at the bottom of the screen. McGee at the top of the screen. Going to throw now. It is incomplete. Good rush was put on there. Intended for Grant. Ollie McGee was defending, but it was really the rush that made Chuck Wright throw it quicker than he wanted to. Lonzie McCants, 29, was the Lion who was in there after him.
That's what Coach Grubb told us yesterday, Chris, that early in the going, if they started to throw the football, he was going to try to pressure him with the inside blitz, and his linebackers made a real good effort that time and destroyed the timing. Chuck Wright could not get settled to throw the ball the way he'd like to.
It is 3rd down 7. Eastern Illinois needs to reach their own 37 for a first down here.
Blitz again.
Wright, they pick it up nicely. Wright has a man. He's got the first down. It is number 81, Rob Mahalik, the tight end. Mahalik, the tight end, makes the reception. And it looks like he has the first down. He needed 7. He got 8. First down for Eastern Illinois.
The thing that was significant about that, Chris, Rob Mahalik, who has the best, the surest hands of all the receivers, he ran a little drag pattern across the middle. He saw the linebackers at blitz. He just stopped where they had left, and Chuck Wright found him, so they have a first down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line. Eastern Illinois trailing 10-7, 4.5 minutes left to play in the first quarter. Pitch back goes to Staple. Staple cuts it inside and goes down at the 40, a gain of 2 to 3 yards. 54, Bobo Lowe, the middle linebacker, got the hit on Staple. Number 8, the young freshman back. Boy, this Eastern Illinois team really is an all-star squad. All-conference academic team is Carl Dobridge. All-conference Blair Brown, right guard. All-conference Mahalik at the tackle. All-conference, of course, for Scott McGee. They've got some outstanding football players. So far, Staple has carried 7 times for 41 yards. Make it 8 times, and he'll lose. The ball pops loose. I think they whistle it dead. They whistle the ball dead, but they lost yardage on the play. It'll be 3rd and long. Condon, 59, McGee, 41. Got a hold of Staple.
You can see the pitch back to Kevin Staple, number 8, the freshman back. He's running a weak side, which is their game plan when they run the football. He coughs the ball up, but he's down at the time, and the ball is almost caught in midair.
It is 3rd down, about 11. They need the 48 for a first down, keep in mind, as Wright goes back to throw for it. Big rush is on. They got it. The ball is loose. They can pick it up. A scramble for it. And I think, yes, Eastern Illinois got back on it. Oh, he was thinking too much of the NFL.
He can't pick it up and run.
He was thinking about it, wasn't he?
He sure was. You can't do that. He got to fall on that thing. Oh, he missed a big chance there. That was just a mental error.
Ronnie Louie, number 80, put the rush on, Ben.
Yeah, we have a good rush from the outside. Came with the fullback had crossed over in the play fake, and there was nobody protecting the backside. The ball is coughed up, and number 29 should have fallen on the ball right there. He missed a good chance that time. Lonzie McCann. Oh, the kick gets away.
Rush is on. Maskey just got it off. Takes a pretty good roll for Eastern. In fact, rolls all the way inside the 40 to the 38-yard line. And whoop, the Panthers dodged the bullet there. 48-yard punt there by Don Mansky, all-conference punter, by the way. ABC's NFL Monday Night Football. Want to remind you, you'll have a chance to watch the Patriots and the Dolphins lock up at the Orange Bowl in Miami. 8 o'clock Central Time on Monday night over most of these ABC stations, New England and Miami. Monday Night Football on ABC. Eastern Illinois, lucky to escape there.
We sure were, because Lonzie McCann had a dead beat. It had the ball inside the 20.
Riley, the quarterback. Gill, Fletcher lined up behind him in the eye. Go to the fullback, and stumbling through is James Gill for 3 or 4 yards. He got more out of that than it looked like he had. Coming down to 2 minutes left to play in the first quarter, and it has been an exciting first quarter. 10-7. North Alabama with the football in the purple and yellow, lead it here. Just an absolutely perfect day. Hard to believe we're in the month of December. Temperature may reach 70 degrees here this afternoon. Riley, again they go in the middle, and spinning there is James Gill, the junior out of Athens, Alabama. Don Smith, the center, doing a good job in the middle there. Pete Caton, number 83, was in there to help make the hit. First time we've had an opportunity to mention Caton, a Kodak All-America selection, first team. Also received All-American honors as a junior. They feel that, man, he's a legitimate pro prospect.
Yes, at 6'3", 250, and very aggressive. He loves to play the game of football. Number 83, Pete Caton.
Pitch goes outside. Oh, lefty move made there by Lawson Fletcher. Let's see if it was enough, though, to get him a first down. He looked like he was trapped in the backfield. Apparently, he's not going to get it. Hunting team's coming out for North Alabama. They're short.
As Eastern Illinois defensive backs don't just hug you, they really hit you, and that's what happened that time. A secondary force man came up and just stunned him right there.
You can see North Alabama's respect, too, for Eastern. It's fourth and literally maybe the length of the football, and they're not going to go for it. Of course, why should they when they have a punter like this, Guy Cox? That time he gets a low kickoff. It's caught at the 20-yard line. Good coverage downfield, though. That was not one of Cox's best efforts, but a 35-yard punt, only 4 yards on the return. It was Steve Fowler, along with Herbie Jones, 67, who were downfield to make the tackle. 34 seconds, that's all we have left in the first quarter, as Eastern goes on offense. Chuck Wright, the quarterback. Remember, we will also see Jeff Christensen, the sophomore in this football game. They have both pretty much split time this year, and you saw earlier almost identical statistics. Wright's at the controls now, the senior. Staple, nowhere, number 80, Ronnie Louie out of Florence, Alabama, the junior, the hometown player.
Ronnie Louie on the stop.
Loss of 3.
To think that Ronnie Louie does this time is he comes across on the outside penetration move to stop that sprint out that Kevin has been doing to him, and they didn't expect that move. It was kind of a weak side slant, and Ronnie Louie was right there, a 216-pounder. He hits with a lot of authority.
Well, he went right by Blair Brown, the all-conference guard for Eastern. The horn sounds, and we're at the end of the first quarter, and what a first quarter. The Division II National Championship semifinal. At the end of one quarter, North Alabama 10, Eastern Illinois 7.
Wendy's has the taste. Double and triple. Hamburgers fresh, not frozen. We have the taste.
Great chili.
The others have their slogans. Wendy's makes them fresh each day. Serves them up to you hot
Route 56 way.
The way a good restaurant will. We have the taste.
Thick, frosty.
Wendy's has the taste. Wendy's old-fashioned hamburger taste. We have the taste that Wendy's taste. We have the taste that Wendy's.
Foam and edge. Which one do you think is going to give you a closer shave?
Probably the foam. Foam. I wouldn't know the difference between one and the other.
We asked each man to test foam on one side, edge on the other. Edge is not a foam, it's a gel that lubricates better than foams, lets you shave close.
In your honest opinion, which side gave you a closer shave?
The edge side? The edge side. The edge side.
Without a doubt?
Yeah, without a doubt.
Edge tests show most men agree. Edge lets you shave closer than foams.
I got a better shave with the edge.
Okay, which one? The famous alligator? Or the fox from JCPenney? The alligator sweater has that great fit, comfort, quality, and easy care fabric. But so does the fox. The alligator comes in all these terrific colors. But so does the fox. And a fox for golf, too? So what's the difference?
About $5 less. See you later, alligator.
Another ABC regional telecast going on, and rather a surprise. Florida has jumped out in front of the Seminoles, 7-3 in the first quarter. We're ready to start the second quarter here in Florence, Alabama, as North Alabama leads Eastern Illinois 10-7, but the Panthers have the football. Second down it is now. 13 at the 20-yard line. Big rush is on. They just got it's intercepted at the 15, at the 10, to the 5. It's Ronnie Louis, the defensive end. Frank Condon, 59, put the rush on, and Ronnie Louis is making the early bid for that Chevrolet MVP award, Ben.
Is he not? He stopped Staples on the end run, and he drops off this time. Chuck Wright drops back. It's a play pass. They got the blitz on. Linebackers are coming. Wright has got to dump the ball ahead of schedule. He can't get set. Ronnie Louis is there to pick it off. 2 plays back-to-back that really does the thing for the Lions.
You know, Ben, I thought Eastern Illinois was kidding about it, but they said, you can expect we'll have an interception early in the...
Right, and they did.
I don't think they especially expected it down here, though. It is 1st and goal now for the Lions from the 6-yard line of Eastern. The pitch goes outside. He's going to score. Lawson Fletcher, 44. Melvin Brown, the flanker, gave him a block. And again, Eastern got caught inside, Ben.
They did it again. They get locked on. Here you can see it's just the base play. The option to the outside. They pressure the quarterback. The pitch back. Goes a little Lawson Fletcher. He turns the corner and does what every good back should do. He turns back against the grain and gets across the goal line.
Hey, give a little credit to Kevin Gray. I thought he was going to walk in untouched. But boy, Gray, that great free safety, got there in a hurry. Defensive back of the year in the Mid-Continent Conference. This is McMurrin, the extra point. It's good. The underdog Lions, 17. Eastern Illinois ranked number 1, 7. Lot of football ahead, though. Eastern Illinois will get it when we come back.
Falcon Parcel Service in Mountain View, California runs their Chevy Chevette fleet 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So they know Chevette's durable enough to stay in service. To be in any business today, you've got to cover a lot of territory. And that's one of the reasons you'll see Chevy Chevette working all over the country. And starring in the Joey Chitwood Thrill Show, the 1981 Chevy Chevette, one tough son of a gun.
Mr. Goodwrench, can I get an oil change, filter, and lube job in a hurry?
Sure. I'll do it while you wait.
Mr. Goodwrench knows you don't have time to waste, so he can offer while you wait service on many popular jobs. And he has the special GM tools, GM training, and genuine GM parts available to back it up.
All done? That was fast.
Well, time is money, Sam.
Keep that great GM feeling.
Where Mr. Goodwrench works.
With genuine GM parts.
The American Football Coaches Association endorses ethical recruiting standards. The AFCA supports the student-athlete seeking academic and athletic information, trying to improve the college selection process. Join its efforts by becoming fully informed. It's important to you.
North Alabama has stunned Eastern Illinois 17-7. Ronnie Louis' interception set up the ball for the Lions on the 6-yard line. They did only one play as Lawrence Fletcher ran it in. Guy Cox will be kicking off for North Alabama. Kevin Staple deep in the middle for Eastern. Staple waits for it, has it at the 7, 15, 20, 25, and down right there. David Kidwell, the sports information director for Eastern Illinois, who's spotting with us here in the booth, Ben, told us something rather interesting about Eastern's success against option football teams this year.
Yes, the 2 games that were lost by Eastern were lost to option running teams. And one of the things about that is that Eastern has that man-for-man concept against the option. If one guy doesn't do his job, rather than play it slow play, as we say, and zone it, you can get in deep trouble. And they are.
Shotgun. This is what they like to go to. A new quarterback is in. Jeff Christensen. Whoa, what a rifle. First down at the 40 to the 45 and down there to Otis Grant, number 90. This is what Jeff Christensen, the sophomore, has been known to do. He really can spark this team in a hurry. 21-yard throw on his first one, and that was a rifle shot.
It really was, and that's a good, secure pattern. It's a spot play. Otis Grant went down. He's a good target, 6 feet 2 inches tall, and Jeff Christensen just set up. He knew where he's going to be, and he rifled it in there. There's his stats.
Not bad for a guy considered number 2, huh? 1,400 yards on the season. First down at the 45-yard line. They go to Staples, sweeps the end to midfield and maybe across into North Alabama territory before he's run out of bounds there. Ron Harris, 55, the linebacker, pushed him out. 4-yard gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 6 for Eastern now.
You can see they don't have many running plays, Chris. That's that same sweep. They've run to the right. They ran a draw play, and they ran a fullback trap, and those are the only 3 I've seen.
That's what the coaches told us. We have 3 rushing plays. And they've worked pretty well. 2nd down, 6. Shotgun again as the sophomore, Jeff Christensen, out of Gibson City, Illinois. Takes a snap, rushes on, throws downfield, and a great catch made by Scott McGee. The first catch by McGee today, the senior out of Palos Heights, Illinois. Rod Brooks, a freshman quarterback, made the hit, 24 yards on it.
This is Jeff Christensen, number 11, dropping back. He's got a lot of time out of the shotgun plants. It's a post pattern. Scott McGee, number 25. The ball's a little bit behind you, but it's high, and with great body control. Scott McGee, that's his 47th catch of the year. He's a busy man, very skillful pass receiver.
Christensen wants a timeout. Play came in, he's a little confused. Something didn't quite work, and so the sophomore decides he'll use one of the timeouts. So they'll get a little break. We'll give you one, too. 13 minutes, 18 seconds left in the first half. North Alabama on top, Eastern on the drive.
Now comes Miller time. The flag is dropped, the race is a memory. And now you're coasting into the best tasting beer you can find. Miller High Life, America's quality beer since 1855.
If you got the time, if you got the time, we've got the beer. If you got the time.
Cellini Cologne, for the man who loves life. Cellini Cologne for men, created in Italy by Fabergé.
The bowl games on ABC. December 27th, the Liberty Bowl. December 29th, the Gator Bowl. January 1st, the top 2 teams in the nation meet head-on for a possible national championship. Georgia and Notre Dame in the Sugar Bowl. Live on ABC.
Some of the enthusiasm here today at North Alabama as the Lions lead number 1 Eastern Illinois 17-7 here early in the second quarter, but the Panthers are on the drive. Christensen, the new quarterback, out of this shotgun formation, really got him going. He's got a man wide open and he misses him. He had Otis Grant really by himself over 5 and threw it out of bounds.
Yeah, he's a little weak that time. He should have laid that one up because he had Otis Grant wide open. But that was in the sun corner of this field, and I'll tell you, you should throw to the opposite corner. Here he sets. He's got a lot of time. He ran a post corner route, broke it out. He had him wide open. He just threw a flutterer out there.
Interesting so far, Eastern Illinois, 117 yards of total offense, including 64 passing. North Alabama's total is 97, all of it on the ground. Second down, 10. Christensen.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Has a
yeah.
man open. He's got it out of bounds at the 3. Wow. Otis Grant says, I'll try the other side, and he was wide open. I tell you, Leo was the closest one to that, the Lion down in McCain's there, and he couldn't do much about it.
22-yard gain. That was very sophisticated. Jeff Christensen, the sophomore, drops back. 190-pounder sets. Now he throws to his man running the opposite side of the same pattern. It's a post corner, and he missed the corner by about 1.5 yards, or he had 6 points. Otis Grant.
Otis Grant, 22-yard reception. He's caught 2 balls for 43 yards so far. Staple, Slaughter in the backfield, split backs on the 3-yard line. It goes to Staple. Staple straight to score. Touchdown, Eastern Illinois.
3-yard touchdown run by Kevin.
Now that didn't take very long.
No, and I'll tell you, that little kid, Kevin Staple, number 8, a freshman, he was very decisive. And when you're down inside the 5 and you're running the sweep, he did exactly right. He ran right for the corner. No fakes, just a speed break. Speed break for 6 points. Watch this. No variation. He knows what he's going to do. He's just going to run for the corner. Gets a good block at the corner, and he sprints right in. Well done by number 8, Kevin Staple.
Ray DeLong is out to attempt the 14th point for Eastern Illinois of this first half. Oh, he missed it. He missed it. DeLong missed it. He was 21 of 24 coming into the game today. Missed it to the right. So North Alabama leads 17-13. We'll be back with the kickoff.
This cold's big trouble. What'd you get me?
Well, you've been sniffling, sneezing in your head, Stuffy. So I got you some time capsules.
But I'm also coughing, aching, feverish. And tonight, I gotta rest.
I was supposed to get a sniffling, sneezing, coughing, aching, stuffy head fever so you can rest medicine?
That's NyQuil. Relieves everything these capsules do, plus other symptoms they don't.
NyQuil.
I need some.
I'll get some.
NyQuil, the nighttime sniffling, sneezing, coughing, aching, stuffy head fever so you can rest medicine.
What's Texaco doing in a field of corn? Not growing it. Texaco's making gasohol. It's a mixture of 90% Texaco unleaded gasoline and 10% ethanol made from renewable crops like corn. Gasohol can't replace gasoline, but it can help stretch our available supply. And Texaco's selling gasohol in a number of states right now. Gasohol, one of the ways Texaco is working to keep your trust.
In 1980, ABC Sports was proud to bring you the most unforgettable moments in sports. The magic and the miracles. Impossible dreams come true. In 1981, there will be more miracles, unexpected victories, and unbelievable defeats. Unknown athletes in pursuit of glory. Unforgettable moments in the making. The challenge of the 80s is excellence, and you'll find it on ABC Sports, the leader in sports television.
The top events on ABC Sports, and we've got another one here today, the Division II National Championship semifinal game. North Alabama waits for the kickoff. Emmanuel Young has it, and Young is in immediate trouble at about the 16-yard line, and down he goes there. Well, it didn't take long for Eastern Illinois to respond. They went to the shotgun formation. They put in the sophomore quarterback Christensen, and they made a pretty impressive drive, Ben.
They did, and I understand that's what they've been doing. When they get behind, they go to the shotgun. 145 for 75 yards. Jeff Christensen moved them down, and here's a no-huddle attack from the Lions.
Red Riley, the quarterback, I-backs behind him. Gill, Fletcher lined up at the top of the I. On the 16-yard line, they go inside to the fullback. It is Gill. You wonder now, I'm sure the defensive coaches for North Alabama are busy on the sideline. Ben, how will it change their defense, that shotgun?
Well, you can't blitz that effectively because he's back there 7 yards. He's set up. You just have to change the converging angles of your regular rushers. They've got to set up and go deeper in their rush. They don't have to worry about containment. He's just going to stand there.
Riley yelling out the signals. Second down, 7. Oh, what a hit. James Gill was hit, made one spin, but got nothing, and Eastern Illinois closed that one down in a hurry. Randy Melvin, they call him Mountain, The guy bench presses the world, 450 pounds.
Scary.
Wow, Wanowski, the defensive end, also was in there.
Talk about anchoring a defense at 250 pounds. It's like he's grabbing grass.
Oh. It is third down now. They need to get to 28 for the first down. Riley's going to throw. Got a man wide open. First down at the 30-yard line to the 33. It is the flanker. Melvin Brown out of Miami, Florida, and Fred Riley showed a rifle shot there.
He certainly did. They just split the seam there as if it were a zone pass defense. You can see as Fred Riley goes back, number 3, a 14-yard pass play right in the seam, a stop pattern on the seam pattern, and there was a missed assignment there. Or evidently they had double coverage on the wideout instead of the normal man-for-man because he was certainly wide open. The timing was perfect for Melvin Brown.
First down for North Alabama. Up to the 34-yard line. Fullback had the ball, James Gill, and just as quickly, Krutzinger and Caton, 66 and 83, were on him.
I'll tell you, that defensive line is something else. Melvin was over there, too. He's very quick. Everybody up there is quick. They're strong and quick.
Boy, and big, too. The tackles are 250, 260. The defensive ends, 250. Wanowski, 219. Good size for Eastern Illinois. Riley wants to throw. Scantling is going to run. 40, 45. Oh, he's taking some lessons from the pros. He got himself out of there in a hurry. Number 20, Wilbur James, the right cornerback, was chasing Riley out of bounds. Fred Riley hustles out of there, picked up 9.
What happened, he expected to have a receiver delayed to the weak side. He's looking, there is no one there, so he does a smart thing, pulls it down. There's also no one there from Eastern Illinois, and he gets her out of bounds, makes the first down. That's heads up. I think somebody missed the audible that time because he definitely had a check play, a little throwback situation set up for Fred Riley.
They're going to come over here for a measurement and look at Fred Riley. Boy, Wilbur James, number 20, one of the North Alabama kids, reached out to try to slow him down. Got clothesline. First down. They'll make it a 10-yard run for Riley. First and 10 in North Alabama. I tell you, neither one of these clubs has come close to stopping the other so far, Ben.
No, they haven't. I think the tactical approach by both sides is excellent because they've got their plans, they're flexible, they can handle it. As Coach Grubb looks on, his quarterback, Fred Riley's doing an outstanding job of calling plays, checking off at the line of scrimmage.
Have to be a pretty heady quarterback in this offense, making all these calls, and Riley runs it pretty well. There's the fullback up the middle, James Gill, number 34. Found a little room, squeezed off his left guard there. Herbie Jones, 67, made a good block. Randy Melvin, 73. Charlie Krutzinger, 66. Defensively for the Panthers.
You see now they send a messenger in with a play here because they're right in front of the Lions bench. I mean, it's an easy thing to do. He doesn't have to run very far.
Gill has 9 carries for 19 yards, the fullback so far. Fletcher, the tailback, 3 for 16. Riley wants to throw. Steps up in the pocket, throws. Oh, broken pattern. He had a man, Melvin Brown. Melvin, somebody just got it crossed up. He might have heard the wrong town or the wrong color.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a broken play, but there again, Fred Riley was under a lot of pressure. They sent an extra man that time. The pressure was on him, and he wasn't able to set and give himself time to lay it up there. But that's the value of the blitzing defense.
Ben, great athletes. I was trying to look out here and decide what is the difference between Division II and Division I. The athletes, hard to tell the difference out there.
Right so.
Really, it just comes down to numbers, I guess, and money.
Yeah, they have a few more in Division I, a few more players and a few more dollars, I guess.
Riley cuts it up inside, goes across midfield, stretches out, trying to get a first down. He's going to be short of the first down. It'll be 4th down now for North Alabama. They send the punting team in. Guy Cox is going to come in. Defensively, Randy Melvin, 73, number 51, Alonzo Lee for Eastern Illinois. So it'll be a punt situation for the Lions. Division II. Also, while one has 60 scholarships, Division II works with 50. In 1982, it'll be down to 45. And they have 6 sports minimum required, while Division I is 8.
Ooh, a rifle shot.
Bounces and goes into the end zone, will come out to the 20-yard line, and that was a 48-yard punt. But take away those numbers, Ben, it's hard to tell. They don't drop off any in the caliber of football. It's impressive football.
It really is, Chris, because especially at this championship level, these squads are very solid, fundamentally sound. They have some good athletes. We have a fine football game going here.
We told you Eastern Illinois will make the move up next year to Division I AA. Remind you, ABC will have coverage of the Division I AA semifinals. And of course, next week, one of these two teams will be on ABC in the Division II National Championship in Albuquerque. Handoff goes to number 35, Tyrone Davis, and nothing there. Frank Condon, 59. Made the stop. Also, Sam Moore, 87, reserve defensive end, is in there. Quarterback is still Jeff Christensen.
1 yard, second down.
Davis is coming out. Kevin Staple goes in. Boy, they love the Lions here in North Alabama. They've never had much to be excited about in football down here. They had only, I think, 2 winning seasons in the 15 years before Wayne Grubb came here. They're excited now. Christensen to throw. He's got a man open. He's got it at the 30. It is McGee again. Scott McGee, and he threw the ball, Ben, before he'd even made the turn.
Yes, that's the coordination you need with a spot passing attack. And Scott McGee really shows me something. Wherever the ball is, he goes to it. He does his thing because he knows the ball is not going to change. That was low and outside. He caught it. Jeff Christensen, watch this. It's a sideline pattern. He just stops, plants. He throws it low and outside. He's come back pattern. He makes a secure catch. Remember the time before, he caught it by leaping and catching it in his right armpit. So this kid really has great body control, Scott McGee.
Just short of the first down. They need a yard. They go to the fullback. He goes outside, has the first down at the 30. To the 35-yard line, Rod Slaughter. First down for Eastern. Takes it just across the 35-yard line.
I was surprised at number 45, Rod Slaughter. You see there his stats, that he made the in and out move. Normally on short yardage, when you have to get the yardage to be gained, a 210-pounder like Rod would just put that shoulder down and drive north and south. But he made the first down anyway. He has good speed.
First and 10, the shotgun from the 35-yard line. Christensen takes the low snap, looks to his right, has a man, and it is intercepted. At the 45, at the 50, it is Emmanuel Young. Young at the 40, 35. Young stumbles and falls at the 30. First down. North Alabama and the Lions are back in business. Tommy Horn, the strong safety, gave Young a block. Laurent Baker made the tackle finally. And there he is, number 1. Emmanuel Young leads this team in interceptions coming in today with 5.
Jeff Christensen, number 11. Panthers quarterback looks him away, and then he fires into traffic, and the free safety, Emmanuel Young, does exactly what he should. Number 1, he backs up where the play is, and he was right on the ball. He gets a couple of good blocks. He almost breaks this thing. What a turnover. Once again, the Lions in great shape.
17-13. North Alabama leads it. They break a man in the open at the 30 to the 25. Number 28, sophomore Tony Franklin out of Mobile, Alabama. Shows some pretty nifty running there as he gets about 4 to 5 yards. Mike Thorne, the right tackle, 78, out of Red Bay. Alabama gave him a good block. Murray, 57, Gray, number 10 on the tacklers. You take a look at Emmanuel Young. Well, they're 4 turnovers away from their goal. North Alabama said they needed 6 men at the start of the game.
Right, they're working on it on schedule. Can't you just feel the attitude, though? They really have a positive winning attitude, and right now they're setting the pace psychologically.
It is second down, about 5 from the 26-yard line. The quarterback, Riley, keeps it, cuts out inside the 20, and goes inside the 20 for a first down. 73, Randy Melvin came sliding out from his defensive tackle to hurl him out of bounds, but not before Riley got a first down for the Lions. He really is. He's a winner.
Riley really can't run that fast, Chris, but he comes off the fake to the fullback. It's a read all the way. Now he puts the ball. He's got it. He's going to run down the line. He sees that no one is really assigned to him right now. He turns the corner, moves. He is really leading his offensive unit. Fred Riley, number 3.
First down. Now mark it at the 18-yard line of Eastern Illinois. North Alabama's on the run. Here he calls it again. Touchdown! Melvin Brown, the sophomore. He took the snap, raised up, and hit Melvin Brown, the flanker, streaking down. The defensive back didn't even see him. Touchdown, North Alabama.
Talk about a timing pass. A fake to the fullback on the veer option. Steps back, plants, and throws the ball right on the money. A leaping catch, good body position, great hands. That play was indefensible. The timing, the execution was perfect, and Melvin Brown goes in for 6.
Yeah, Don Pittman had no chance on that. In fact, Don, the strong safety for Eastern, looked up after he was already made the catch going to the end zone. The extra point attempt by Moran is good, and North Alabama stays out in front. North Alabama 24, Eastern 13. Now it's time to load the shotgun again. Eastern will be back in a moment.
Whoa, whoa, you want a show-stopping looker? Right. Chevy Camaro. You'd like a road-hugging cooker.
Yeah.
Chevy Camaro. You know what's coming down. What? Cost ever rising, refueling blues. You need a 20 mpg'er. Huh? Chevy Camaro. A fuel-sipping D6 with manual trans. Chevy Camaro.
The 20 mpg Hugger is making performance affordable.
Welcome to Sears Home Entertainment Sale. Big savings on selected stereos, TVs, and more. Save $100 on this video recorder with high-speed beta scan. Save $70 on this color TV with reliable electronic tuning, one-button color, and touch and tune, just $399.95. Save $50 on this AM/FM stereo system, now only $169.95, with record changer, 2 speakers, both cassette and 8-track. Now at Sears, where America shops for value.
Next Saturday on ABC's Wide World of Sports, championship boxing. Salvador Sanchez and Juan Laporte fight for the WBC World Featherweight title. Next Saturday on ABC.
Looking at number 5, Nelson McMurrin, the outstanding place kicker for North Alabama. He limped off the field after the place kick. He has already had 3 extra points and 1 49-yard field goal. Tell you how valuable that young man is. He is now 16 of 24 on field goals for the season. So he limped off. There you see the scoring drive after the interception set it up. 31 yards, 3 plays, took less than a minute. So these two teams both score in a hurry. Guy Cox kicks it off. Davis, Tyrone Davis at the 20. At the 26-yard line, 27, and Tyrone slides out of bounds. Number 56, Jerome Smith, the freshman out of Americus, Georgia. Helped run him out of there. Tyrone Davis. You really, Ben, it's hard to feel like either team's in trouble, though. You just feel like whichever one has the football is going to get some points.
Yeah, they both have great poise. The intensity of the Lions, though, is what shows me something. And Chuck Wright, number 14, back in the football game for Eastern Illinois.
So Eastern's going to give him another look as they go with their senior Chuck Wright, and they go with a draw play up the middle. Little there for Rod Slaughter. Not much there. Lonzie McCants, number 29, came in from his defensive end to team up with Steve Carter, 85, and tackle.
That's the way the quarterbacks have been used. They have a plan for them. You see the total yards there is North Alabama 164, Eastern Illinois 160. Very even from that standpoint. Field position being a big, important factor in this football game too, Chris.
Some of the cheerleaders from Eastern made the trip down from Charleston, Illinois. Folks up in Charleston aren't too happy this game wasn't there. We'll elaborate on that in a moment. Boy in trouble now, trying to run his right, now throws. He's got a man open at the 30, and now they say he had a knee. They're going to say that Rod Slaughter caught it with his knee down, and he'll actually lose a yard or 2, but Chuck Wright did a good job of scrambling. Getting back to that point, Ben, Daryl Moodra made no secret of the fact, all the people from Eastern, they're none too happy with the Division II committee that this game was not played in Charleston.
Yeah, he thought at least they should have flipped a coin or something like that, and they were number 1. You can see this time Chuck Wright is dropping back, little play fake, but the blitz is on, the pressure coming. The Lions are in his backfield now, and he just dumps it off the best he can. Did his knee go down?
Yeah.
Well, looks like it did, so the referees made a good decision.
It is third down at about 11th. Rushes on again. They throw, bad throw, incomplete. Right, Chuck Wright didn't like that one. He was looking out there for Otis Grant, number 90, and Chuck Wright none too pleased with that series for the Panthers.
I tell you, he's a little bit hurried up. He's not as casual and cool as he was. And now listen to this crowd.
Well, that's probably a good reason why Daryl Moodra didn't think much of coming down here, because I tell you, that's a big factor. There's Coach Moodra. He's next to the, I believe it's, isn't that Dennis
second
Shaw?
from the right, yeah.
Dennis had his chin resting on his hand, a little disgruntled there. Nice punt there from Lansky. He's had 2 for 41-yard average so far, so he's done a good job today. Emmanuel Young is hemmed down and dropped at about the 37-yard line. We'll keep it right here as North Alabama's offense goes on the field. Wayne Grubb facing the sideline, and I tell you, Ben, from all the interviews and the film, all the people we talked to, I don't think they could have expected this.
No, he has great confidence in his football team. He had tremendous respect for Eastern Illinois. And Wayne Grubb, you see his record here at the University of North Alabama, 4th year, 28-13 and 1 tie. And he's bringing them back, as you said, from only 2 winning seasons in the last 15 years.
North Alabama working on a first down. It is Riley, the quarterback, and bad throw there. It is intercepted. Picked off by Rich Brown. Intended there for number 18, Melvin Brown. Nice defensive play. All conference left quarterback, senior Rich Brown of Akron, Ohio. That is his 8th interception of the year and the 32nd this season for the Eastern Illinois defense.
This is one thing that Coach Grubb told us. He doesn't like to throw the bomb, but that time, first down, first situation near midfield, it's a pretty good call, but the defense was right there, and Brown did a great job of covering that just step for step right down the sidelines.
The senior Chuck Wright is still in there at quarterback. Split backs behind him. Easton with a first down now at their own 27-yard line, and Wright right back to throw. Plenty of time. Now he runs out of time. They got him whistled down. Lonzie McCants, 29, wrapped him up. Boy, he had all kinds of time, so you got to give a little credit for that secondary, I'm sure, Ben. He had the time.
Well, what happened in the secondary that time, as he lost 10 yards on it, they chopped the receivers as they came downfield. You're allowed to chop them in college football, and both of the wideouts on the side that Chuck Wright was trying to find them were on the ground. They had been chopped down by the defense.
Loss of 10. So it is second down. Now make it about 20. Keep in mind they need to get all the way to the 38 for the first down as they start from their own 17. Good catch there by number 90, Otis Grant. Rod Brooks, the freshman cornerback, number 11, made the tackle.
Well, Otis is such a deep threat, number 90, a 6'2" target, and they had to play him off, have to give him a big cushion that time, and Chuck Wright finds him. He plants and throws. Look at that leaping catch. That is really an athletic skill. He jumped about 3 or 4 feet in the air. Otis Grant pulled her down.
Well, that got a bunch of it back in a hurry. They picked up about 12. They still need 8. It is third down and 8. Again, they need the 38-yard line. As Wright throws forward, and Grant has it. Did he make the catch? I believe he did. Great grab, first down for the Panthers. What a catch.
Chris, I thought that ball was about 10 feet over his head. Number 90, Otis Grant, fleet of foot. You can see he is a leaper. Chuck Wright goes back in the pocket, sets, throws. This time just a little corner route as he ran inside and then broke it to the sidelines. The ball's laid up. He took a little off of this. It made it easier to catch. But look at that leaping catch. Comes down 1 foot in bounds. We got the first down.
Good job by Rocky Becker, the senior center. Did a fine job of giving Wright the time to throw to the receiver.
The good coverage from the cameraman there, too.
Here comes the sweep to Staple. Staple cuts outside, breaks the tackle at the 40. At the 35, down to the 31. First down for Eastern. Wow, this is a
Kevin Staple showed me a little power that time. He's only a 170-pound freshman. He had the speed to get to the corner on that 19-yard run. It's just the basic play. Number 1 play that they have of the 3 running plays that Darrell Mudra has. Good block to the outside. He runs right through this tackle that time. As we had Blair Brown, that is really a great offensive guard, making the key block for Kevin Staple. As in this game, you see 63 yards on 12 carries.
Both guards pulled on the play. There's a timeout for North Alabama as they're trying to regroup that defense right now with 3 minutes and 10 seconds remaining in the first half. As Eastern Illinois has a first down at the 31-yard line. And while they take a break and Chuck Wright has a chance to talk it over on the sideline, we'll tell you about a big game coming up in the second half of our doubleheader here on ABC. NCAA college football continues. One of the great rivalries in the game as the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame take on the Trojans of USC. That's immediately following over most of these ABC stations. Notre Dame, USC. The Irish, of course, have their eye on the Sugar Bowl match with number 1 Georgia. And it'll be here on ABC on New Year's Day. Look at this. Florida State headed to the Orange Bowl to meet Oklahoma is trailing Florida 13-3. Florida State ranked number 3 in the nation. They were favored by 2 touchdowns. Florida's offensive coordinator, Dave Kidwell, is telling us Mike Shanahan was Eastern Illinois' offensive coordinator in their championship season, 1978. And they've done a good job turning that program in Florida around.
Sure have. And you know, right here, the defensive team for North Alabama has been trying a little bit of everything. They got burned on the blitz, so they went to a twist approach where the lineman up front stunt, but nothing seems to be working in this particular drive.
North Alabama, a surprising leader over number 1 Eastern Illinois, but the Panthers are on the move again. First and 10 at the 31-yard line. Big hole, there goes Staple. Staple knocked down at the 20-yard line by Emmanuel Young, number 1. Boy, he gets in the open in a hurry.
Sure does, and it's the play. That's what they're doing. They pull both guards. It's student body right, student body left, with Kevin Staples running the football. I think the key to it, though, Chris, are those 2 guards that pull out there. Steve Parker, number 79, Blair Brown, number 62. Great blockers and big guys at 250 pounds.
A first down for the Panthers at the 20-yard line. Clock running, 2:45 to play in the half. Staple again. This time he is cut down by number 85, Steve Carter, the defensive tackle. Moved in from defensive end late in 1979 after coming back from a bad knee injury the year before. Steve Parker, the left guard, 79, threw the block for Staple, who's going to go to the sideline to get himself a little rest now. Freshman has been busy here in the first half.
Good balance in the attack from Eastern Illinois, running about half the time, passing about half the time, mixing them up.
Second down, 8, got about 2 on the carry. Oh, we had Rob Mahalik, the tight end.
You think they were going to throw it to him? I think they called his number, made him a little bit impatient.
He was heading across the middle looking, and illegal procedure.
That happens so often when you get in a key position, but I'm surprised that Rob Mahalik jumped off because he is an experienced.
Ball start, offense, 5 yards.
Listening to the referee, Mr. Bill Pack, heading up this scoop in the Ohio Valley. That, by the way, was the first penalty against Eastern in the first half for just 5 yards. North Alabama has only had 1 penalty, so it's a pretty good game that way. Oh, low throw by Chuck Wright. Incomplete.
If Chuck had just been a bit more patient, he had Scott McGee, number 25, opening up around the 10-yard line with a step on the defender, but he felt he had to unload it, and so they wasted it down.
Well, they've told us, Ben, they make no secret of the fact that when they get in this area, they look for Scott McGee. He's their touchdown man. He's got, what, 17 already on the season. They need him now. It is 3rd and 14 for the Panthers. At the 23, they can get a first down at the 9. They throw, and it's behind the intended receiver, Otis Grant. Incomplete. It'll be 4th down. Ollie McGee.
Think they'll try a field goal, Chris?
They don't have a lot of confidence in their field goal kicking game. Ray DeLong, they say that even on a 4th down, they'll usually try for it. It looks like that's what they're going to do, Ben.
Nobody's making a move, I'll say that.
See, North Alabama, 133 yards. They've enjoyed the game on the ground. And obviously, Eastern Illinois, look at that, 116 to the air. They're going to go for it. It is 4th and 14. They need to get just inside the 10 for the first down. The blitz is on. They throw McGee. Touchdown. There he was, Scott McGee. Look at this, a little dance here by Scott. Oh, he loves it.
Hey, he might could get 15 for that. You're supposed to hand it to the nearest official, Scotty. But I'll tell you, he runs that post pattern about as well as anyone I've seen. He makes a real good move, and he has speed. And that pass was not that easily caught. You watch as Chuck Wright goes back, but you're right. He's looking for the touchdown kid, Scott McGee, number 25, running the post. Watch this ball. It's right on the money, but the defender was right there, too. That's a great play to get him back in this football game.
Beat the freshman Ron Brooks there. Scott McGee, that is 18 touchdowns as you look at him. Number 25, a senior, one of the great players for Eastern Illinois. 5'10", 170-pounder out of Palos Heights, Illinois. They've been doing a little work on the scoreboard throughout the first half. It's basically on the down and distance situation. The clock and the... Of course, that thing may break down before the game's over, Ben. It is...
About to blow a fuse up there.
It has really been turning. Eastern called a timeout here because they'd probably like to think about 2 points.
2 points, yeah. That's indicated.
They bought the tee in with the long, but then it would seem like, you know, they're down by 4.
And that's a decision made by Darrell Mudra upstairs because they have a little chart that tells you when the score is 24-19, let's go for 2 because then you get 21 and you got a chance to get right back in it with a field goal. So it's all logical, mathematically arrived at.
And anybody with a PhD ought to be able to figure it out.
I would think that that's significant. Although he's got Chuck Wright a little confused there. Should we go for 2 or 3 or 1?
He said, let's go for 7 again. We just got that. He said, bring my man in. Here he comes.
Oh, yeah, get Otis in there.
Otis Grant. You can just throw the ball straight up in the air, and Otis likely to come down with it.
Yeah, well, they had two tight ends in there. They thought that they might do it that way, but now they're going to go with 3 receivers.
They bring Mike McGee, a sophomore tight end, out as Otis Grant comes in, and so Eastern Illinois is going to try to get back within 3 points.
Put it on the left hash mark so they'll have room for their 2 wideouts to the wide side of the field. You'll see them going out there.
They've got McGee and Grant split to the top of the screen, split backs in the backfield, Staple and Slaughter. They set it down at the 3 for the try for 2. They're going to go with Staple outside. Staple got in there. He broke the tackle.
What an effort
of Ron Harris and just flipped back into the end zone. Great running. Staple's only 170 pounds. Ron Harris, good 200-pound plus, had a hold of him, but could not hold him.
You see Chuck Wright, this is the play to the left. Rob Mihalik made a good block, but he does what he does. Look, this time he has to cut back inside and watch him flip his little body right into the end zone. Number 8, Kevin Staple. That was a key play. Gives them the 2 pointers. They're right back in the game.
They're back within 3. Eastern Illinois has never led in this contest. They were down quickly 7-0. Then they tied it at 7-7. And back came North Alabama. And the Lions lead it 24-21 over Eastern now. We have 1 minute, 48 seconds left to play in the first half. Time for 2 or 3 more scores.
This is an amazing development, I'll tell you. I expected a lot of action, exciting football. Both teams are providing it.
DeLong will kick off. As you look at Emmanuel Young, number 1, he is back in the middle. They return for North Alabama, and that has been a big part of their game today. Here's the kickoff. Low squib kick. Oh, bounces off the chest of Young. Picks it up now. Young looks for some running room. Has some room. Young at the 30. Spins around the 30.
He thought he had a face mask. He also thought he had a touchdown.
Yeah. Mike Shell, number 63, made a key tackle there for Eastern Illinois. We'll watch it again, Ben.
Yeah, I see Emmanuel Young, number 1. This is a tough kick to field. It was a squirrely one that came down, and so the blocking pattern doesn't. He runs right past his blocking pattern, but that fools the defense too. But he didn't get the face mask. We thought he did. He just slapped him upside the head.
Riley on the option. They got it a little better covered now. There you go. 51. Alonzo Lee, the middle linebacker. They can't do it with the outside men, so the inside guy, Lee.
That's right. They've changed up the basic responsibility on the option that time, and the linebacker ran for the quarterback and let the lineman take the fullback. You got 3 people to worry about, the fullback, quarterback, and the pitchman.
Clock is running. Minute 15 and counting left in the first half, and what a first half we've had. 45 points on the board. 24 of them belong to the Lions. The guys in the purple and gold. Hand off to fullback. Tony Franklin, 28. 66. Charlie Krutzinger was in there.
And guess who else? 73, Randy Melvin. They ran right at Randy. I don't dig that one. And neither does the fullback.
Yeah. You haven't heard much of Pete Caton today, but that's usual because nobody really spends much time running to his side. The Kodak All-American, defensive in 83. Riley comes over now as we've got a timeout with 53 seconds left to play. Eastern, I believe, called it to stop it with 3rd down and 10. They'd like another crack at it. That was, as we have it, the final timeout, though, for Eastern Illinois in the first half. UNA still has 1.
Normally in a situation like this, Chris, a team like as Fred Riley's stats, 2 completions out of 6, he's about at 50% completion record. He's only thrown 2 intercepts in what, like 92 times, yeah, something like that. And you have 2 choices here. You can try to use up a little more time on the clock and run the ball and hope you might get a first down, or you can throw for it, which might be a little bit, a little bit of a desperation thing in this situation. Let's see what they do.
53 seconds left to play in the first half.
Hey, they're in a huddle. How about that?
Yeah.
These guys, the first time they've seen each other that close together.
That's right. Probably just renewing acquaintances here.
Yeah. Hey, Charlie, this is Joe. And John, I'm Chuck.
And here comes Fred. Rallying the Lions. They need 10. Have to reach the 43 for the first down. 2 men split to the bottom of the screen, 1 to the top. Option play, and Riley is pulled down by number 73, Randy Melvin. 250-pound Randy Melvin sprints out there and pulls him down. So it's obvious that Eastern, Ben, has changed a little bit of their defensive philosophy on the option.
Definitely have. They're assigning those down linemen a little more responsibility than linebackers and keeping the backs out of the pressure situation, which was so costly to them in a very early going, like on the second play of this football game.
That's when Riley busted 63 yards, and this game hasn't slowed down since. 24-21.
See if they take a delay a game here to run that clock down. Yep, they did.
10 seconds left in the first half as they take the delay of game. You can see the scoreboard.
USA penalized 5 yards.
North Alabama is penalized 5.
Delay of game.
5 yards.
Kick returners will probably try to get, unless they see a big hole up there, they'll probably get this ball out of bounds so they get at least 1 Hail Mary pass off before the half ends.
Guy Cox is back there to punt it. Oh, they're rushing. They block it. They blocked it.
Touchdown.
Zone, it is a touchdown. And
oh, my goodness.
Eastern Illinois is back in front the first time. Mike Trepanier, the linebacker.
Mike Trepanier on the touchdown.
Eastern Illinois uses the kicking game against North Alabama to take the lead, and the crowd is stunned. 3 seconds left in the first half. Watch it.
Talk about pressure. I mean, they're all coming. They got 9 people all blowing through the gaps. The pass is a little slow, and just that little split millisecond did it. They blocked the punt. Doesn't matter if you run into the kicker now, and it bounces. They get a good bounce.
Bill Mines blocked the punt.
Bill Mines blocked it, and they get the good, easy bounce, roll her into the end zone for 6 points. They make things happen. That's what Darryl Moody told me. That's the name of his game. Make things happen.
Mike Trepanier getting congratulated on the sideline as the kick is up. It is good. And Eastern Illinois, a team that has trailed throughout the first half, suddenly with a block punt, recovered in the end zone, leads it 28-24. We'll stay right here for the Panthers kickoff with 3 seconds left.
You know, that pressure was really supreme that time because Guy Cox, the kicker for North Alabama, number 12, is very quick. We watched in the films, Chris, as you'll recall, and even a bad snap, he gets the ball away in acceptable time. At that time, the pressure from Eastern Illinois was just a little too much. The combination of the low snap and the extreme pressure, and the ball game's back to the other side of the line of scrimmage. Eastern Illinois ahead, 28-24.
Folks in Florence, you can see in the sidelines, pretty excited about just being on television here. Their first appearance on network television. We're glad to be here with them. They've been excited about this game for a week here. Eastern Illinois, for the first time, the number 1 ranked team on top here, 28-24. Just 3 seconds remain in the first half. DeLong to kick off. Bouncing, swirling kick, and falling to his knees right away at the 21-yard line was Tony Franklin, number 28. No time off the clock.
First and 10 Lions.
3 seconds.
Should have been 1 second off the clock. As soon as they touch the football, the clock starts, and then when he blows the whistle, it stops again.
Some of the cheerleaders from Eastern have made the long trip from Charleston, Illinois. Actually wasn't bad, so they had a charter plane zip down here in about an hour, I guess. 2 seconds, 1 second. They're not going to take any chances here, right here. North Alabama got to be rocked back on their heels a little bit. They kind of controlled this first half. Had the #1 team on the ropes a couple times, but Eastern, in true championship form, came back to lead 28-24. We'll be back with today's halftime activities after this message about an upcoming show on ABC and a word from our local stations.
Saturday on Breaking Away, Dave learns that there's more to college than college.
Coming, Faison?
Breaking Away. Then on the Love Boat, the captain's brother runs into an old flame who could end his wedding plans.
From now on, I'm a one-woman man, maybe a woman and a half.
And on Fantasy Island, the jealous lady finds a way.
Anything is possible.
To vanish and uncover her lover's secret life. Saturday.
Tonight, starting at 8, 7 Central and Mountain on ABC.
There's a spirit that lives on in this bottle. The spirit that was born in the original Pabst Blue Ribbon beer. The beer that was selected America's best. That's the spirit that goes into brewing every glass of Pabst Blue Ribbon today. That's what makes us proud to say to you, give that man a blue ribbon.
Even those who know find it incredible that Pontiac's X-Car, the 1981 Phoenix, gets the same EPA gasoline mileage rating as Volkswagen's Dasher for a price that's over $800 less. The same mileage rating, and yet this quality front-wheel drive Phoenix has a lot more room inside. How can Pontiac give you that much value for less money than the people who are known for value?
Know-how.
WAND, Decatur, Illinois.
Oh, it has been some kind of first half here at Florence, Alabama, in the Division II National Championship semifinal game. As you see, Eastern Illinois has the lead over North Alabama, 28-24. But Eastern really had to battle to get that lead, Ben Martin. It has been a wild, woolly first half, a lot of points.
Certainly has, a little bit unexpected, but I think that the two things that we thought would happen is that North Alabama has a good, positive attitude, and they have been a Cinderella team. They believe in themselves. On the other side, Eastern Illinois makes things happen, and both of those things have come true, and we've got a very exciting football game, and with all the responsibility involved here because the national championship down the line is at stake.
That's exactly what's at stake, of course. The trip to Albuquerque next week, the Zia Bowl, to play for the Division II National Championship. Eastern Illinois, as you mentioned, and you touched on so many times, makes things happen. They fell behind quickly, 7-0 on the second play of the football game. Battled all throughout the first half, had some problems controlling the option plays of North Alabama, and that had to be, I think, a little surprising for them.
Yes, it was. I think that they did not respect completely the fact that the option play would be run so efficiently, and so they used their pressure stunts, and then they finally backed off. They found out that Riley was a good runner of the option, and they went more to a zone coverage, slow play instead of fast play against the option play, and it was very effective. And then the other side, North Alabama, when they saw that the passes were going to go from Eastern Illinois, they changed to pressure stunts. They blitzed more than they have in the past. They got hurt a little bit, so they went back to slow playing that. So we see a lot of tactical things being done by both sides. Both the coaching staffs are doing a super job of keeping up with the pace of this football game.
And it is a quick pace. First they use Staple on the running game, then they use some great passing out of the shotgun. But finally, to get the lead, they use the kicking game, and that is where North Alabama, we said in the pregame, had the edge, while Eastern Illinois turned it to their advantage.
They did. They used a lot of pressure. You can see 9 men rushing. They're running the gaps. They come up here in mines. He jumps up in the air. We make the good block. The snap was a little low, and Cox couldn't quite get it away, although he has very quick feet. And they got the good bounce, Eastern Illinois did. It was a slow bounce, came right into them, and they get into the end zone. And, you know, with 3 seconds left on the clock, you go in at halftime. What a boost mentally, psychologically now. Eastern Illinois definitely has the edge.
Man, you spent a lot of time in halftime locker rooms in your career at the Air Force Academy. I know right now is a busy time. The players get a little rest, but for the coaches, it's a little bit of time to make some very critical adjustments.
Yes, I think that what has to happen for North Alabama, Wayne Grubb has got to go in there and settle his kids down. They're a little disappointed. They got the result from what he taught them to do. Be intense, believe in yourself. And all of a sudden now Eastern Illinois is back in this football game. But it's a give and take game, the ebb and flow. And except for the fact that we're at halftime, it's the same football game.
I'm still amazed at some of the catches we saw in the first half. Otis Grant and McGee put on quite a show, quite a passing show, as we expected from Eastern Illinois. And that really has been a big part of the game in college football throughout this 1980 season. And we're going to take a look at it today on our Fireman Fun Flashback at some of the outstanding passers in college football for the 1980 season. And I know Ben Martin is one who loves to see that football in the air, and it has been a great year for the Pass.
Yes, it has. College football has really been throwing the football a great deal this year. A lot of high-scoring contests, and the defenses in that secondary under a lot of pressure from very skillful athletes across the country.
Let's take a look at some of those right now, Ben, as today's Fireman's Fun Flashback is brought to you by Fireman's Fund Insurance. And Fireman's Fund Insurance is brought to you by an independent agent near you. Great quarterbacks in college football 1980. Dave Dials is going to give us a look at it. Dave?
Each year, it seems there's incredible strength at one position in college football, and there's no doubt about it. This is the year of the quarterback. We've had some eye-popping performances by a covey of talented quarterbacks. How about John Elway of Stanford? His dad's the coach at San Jose State. John's just a sophomore. He not only gained nearly 3,000 yards passing, but he was better than 65% on his completions. Against Washington State, he threw for 5 touchdowns and completed 80% of his passes. And at Stanford, they're accustomed to dandy quarterbacks. Brody, Plunkett, Albert, Benjamin Dills, just to name a few. Then there's Dave Wilson, the rifle-armed kid from Illinois. He had to keep going to court so he could play the game. 2 games over 400 yards through the air. 2 more games over 300. Against Ohio State, Wilson completed 43, tying one NCAA record, threw for 69, tying another, and gained 621 yards, and he has that record all to himself. On the year, he completed 62% of his passes, and he's going to have to go to court again to find out if he can play next year. Over the years, Brigham Young has come up with one fine quarterback after another. This year's phenom is Jim McMahon, an all-time record for touchdown passes in one season, 47. 5 times Jim threw for 400 yards or more, and 6 other times he gained in excess of 300 yards. And he's still a junior because he was out all of last year with a knee injury. Mark Herman of Purdue, a real Jack Armstrong type. Mark is the holder of the all-time NCAA passing record, yardage in one career with nearly 10,000 yards. In the Iowa game, Herman threw for 439 yards and 3 touchdowns, and he was on target more than 76% of the time in that game. He had 4 other games of 300 or more yards. That's number 9, All-American Mark Herman of Purdue. Neil Lomax, Portland State, playing in relative obscurity, but you can't hide his accomplishments. He's passed for more than 4,000 yards this year alone, and he's thrown for 39 touchdowns, 6 times over 300 yards, and in 4 games he gained 400 or more. In his career, he's passed for more than 7 1/2 miles. Then there's Joe Adams of Tennessee State. He's a senior. The NCAA keeps records on the number of touchdowns people are responsible for, and Joe leads all the others for all time with 86. He's passed for 81, and he has run for 5, breaking Rick Leach's record set at Michigan. He had a big day against Kentucky State with 4 touchdowns and 349 yards. Rifle arm Joe Adams of Tennessee State. What a quarterback. There were great hopes for Rich Campbell of California this year, but his team did not do as well as expected, and he missed 3.5 games because of knee surgery. But still, he set an NCAA record with 21 straight completions. In the game against Florida, he set a record of 43 completions, a mark later tied by David Wilson of Illinois. We'll have more halftime activities from the field right after this message.
You know, for business insurance, Fireman's Fund fits almost everyone, large or small.